everyone, and welcome back to Ms. English Channel. I'm Emily, and I'm really happy you're here with us today. The lights are warm in the studio, and I can almost smell fresh fries already.
And I'm Paul. Good to see you again. We help you practice real, everyday English through simple, friendly conversations. Please like and subscribe. It helps our little English family grow.
Today's topic is fun and delicious. We're talking about how to order fast food in English. From reading the menu, to ordering confidently, to fixing small mistakes, everything you need for real-life situations.
Emily, speaking of fast food, I'm already hungry. My stomach is making sounds only dogs can hear.
Same here. So let's start from the moment you enter a fast food shop. The lights are bright, the air smells like fries and warm bread, people are chatting softly, and you're standing in line trying to decide what to eat.
Yes, that moment when you read the menu above the counter, but everything looks good and your brain is like, help.
Exactly. So, learners, when you're deciding quickly, here are some useful phrases. What do you recommend? What comes with this? Is this spicy? They're short, natural, and very helpful.
Emily, what do you usually ask when you're not sure what to pick?
I like to ask, what's the most popular item? People behind the counter always know the favorites.
That's a good one. Sometimes I panic and say, number 5, please, even when I don't know what number 5 is.
I've done that too. But don't worry, learners. It happens to everyone, even native speakers. It's okay to take a breath and ask questions.
Yeah, fast food workers are usually very patient. They hear the same questions every day. You can say, "Can I have a minute?" Or, "I'm still deciding."
Let's try a little practice with our listeners. Repeat after us. I'm still deciding. Can I have a minute? Great! Your English already sounds smoother.
All right, Emily, the line is moving. It's our turn at the counter. My heart is beating like a drum. Ordering in English can be scary, right?
Yes, many learners feel nervous, but remember, you don't need long sentences. Just keep it simple. I'd like a burger, please. Can I get a medium fries? A cola, please.
And say it slowly. You don't need perfect pronunciation, just clear and calm. Workers understand accents more than you think. Emily, how do you order with confidence?
I always start with one deep breath. Then I speak with my ordering voice, medium loud, friendly tone. Like this. Hi, I'd like a chicken burger combo, please.
That's perfect. And if you need something special, you can say, "No onions, please. Can you make it without cheese? Can I have extra sauce?"
Extra sauce is always a good idea. Let's try a small interaction. I'll be the cashier. Hello, what can I get for you today?
I'd like a beef burger and a small fries, please.
Would you like anything to drink?
Yes, a lemon iced tea, please.
Beautiful, very natural. Learners, you can try this at home. Say your own order out loud.
And don't forget to check your order. The cashier might ask, "Is everything correct?" You can answer, "Yes, that's correct." Or, "Actually, I ordered a large drink."
That's right. Correcting politely is a big part of ordering food, and we'll talk more about fixing mistakes later.
Emily, here's something I always forget. Combos. When they ask, "Do you want the combo?" I freeze for 2 seconds.
Yes, learners, a combo means main food plus fries plus drink. You can say, "Yes, I'll take the combo," or "No, just the sandwich, please."
Nice. And one more tip. When you hear "for here" or "to go," it means eat here or take away.
Exactly. So you can reply, "For here, please," or "To go, please." Let's practice again. Emily, ask me. For here or to go?
To go. Great. Learners, say your choice aloud. Your voice matters.
Now the cashier tells you the total amount. This takes us naturally to the next part, paying and understanding the bill. But before we move there, remember this. Ordering fast food is not about perfect English. It's about courage. Every small sentence is a step forward.
Yes, even if your voice shakes, you're still learning, and learning is brave.
All right, let's walk to the next moment, paying for your order and responding politely at the counter. So now you've placed your order and the cashier smiles at you. The smell of fries fills the air and you hear the soft hum of the machines. This is the moment when you need to pay.
Yes, my favorite moment and my least favorite moment. Favorite because food is coming, least favorite because my wallet cries.
Learners, when the cashier says your total, for example, that will be $8.50, you can ask, "Can I pay by card?" or "Do you take cash?"
Both are super common. And if you didn't hear clearly, you can say, "Sorry, how much is it?" Very natural and polite.
Right, you don't need to feel shy. Asking again is normal. Even native speakers do it all the time.
Emily, do you remember the time I thought the cashier said 18, but she said 8? I almost handed her all my money.
Yes, and she looked at you like you were buying the whole restaurant.
Learners, this is why repeating is helpful. If you're unsure, say $8, right?
Good. After you pay, the cashier usually asks, "Anything else?" And you can respond, "No, that's all, thank you." Or, "Yes, one more burger, please."
Sometimes I want to say, "Yes, 10 more fries," but I control myself.
We all do, Paul. And then the cashier gives you a receipt or a number. You might hear, "Your order will be ready soon," or "We'll call your number."
So now you step aside, look around, and think, where do I sit?
Yes, this takes us to the next part, finding a seat and starting small talk. The restaurant feels warm, people are talking softly, kids are laughing, trays are clinking, and you're searching for a table.
Sometimes it's so crowded that I walk in circles like a confused penguin.
Same. And learners, here are useful phrases for this moment. Is this seat taken? Can I sit here?
Very polite and friendly. And if someone is taking the seat, they might say, "Sorry, someone is sitting here," or "Yes, go ahead."
If you're with a friend, you can make simple comments to start a natural English conversation. "This place is busy today. It smells so good in here. I'm so hungry right now."
Emily, I always say, I hope they call my number soon, because waiting for food makes time move 10 times slower.
I completely agree. And when your friend says something, you can react naturally. "Me too." "Same here. Tell me about it."
Okay, the food finally arrives. The tray is warm, the fries are golden, the drink is cold, and your heart is full of joy. This is the first bite moment.
Yes, and now we talk about taste and first impressions. Learners, describing food is simple with basic adjectives: crispy, sweet, salty, too spicy, delicious.
Emily, how would you describe the first bite of a fresh burger?
I'd say it's warm and juicy. The bread is soft and the flavor is perfect.
Wow, now I'm hungry again. My first bite usually sounds like, this is so good. Very advanced English.
That is advanced. But learners, simple reactions are great too. "I love this. It tastes amazing. This is too salty for me."
Let's give them a practice line. Repeat after us. The fries are crispy. Good. The burger tastes great. Perfect.
Paul, have you ever had the wrong order?
Oh yes, one time I ordered a chicken burger and they gave me a fish burger. I was confused for 3 whole seconds.
Yes. Don't worry, learners. It happens. And we'll talk about how to fix wrong orders politely in the next page. For now, enjoy the food and the moment.
because eating with someone is more than just eating. It's sharing time, sharing stories, sharing feelings.
Exactly. And speaking simple English in moments like this builds your confidence. Fast food English is real life English, small but powerful. So now you're enjoying your meal. The warm light above your table makes everything feel cozy. But suddenly you stop. Something is not right. Maybe your drink is wrong, or they forgot the fries.
Oh no, the wrong order moment. It always feels a bit scary, right? You don't want to be rude, but you also want the food you ordered.
Exactly. But fixing a mistake doesn't have to be difficult. You only need one magic sentence. Excuse me, I ordered.
Yes, and you say it with a gentle voice, not angry, not upset, just calm. For example, excuse me, I ordered a chicken burger, not a fish burger.
Very clear and polite. And usually the worker will say, I'm sorry about that, or let me fix it for you.
Emily, remember the time they forgot my drink and I stood there holding an empty cup like a sad tourist?
Yes, and you said, excuse me, I think my drink is missing. Very polite, very simple.
Learners, you can also say, I think there's a mistake. Could you check my order, please?
These sentences help you stay respectful and confident. You're not complaining, you're communicating.
And 99% of the time, they fix it quickly and kindly. People understand mistakes happen.
That's right. And after everything is sorted out, you can go back to enjoying your meal. Maybe you're sitting with a friend, maybe with someone you just met, or maybe alone but enjoying the quiet moment.
Speaking of friends, let's talk about inviting someone to eat out. Because fast food is not just about eating, it's about connection.
Yes, inviting is easy with short, friendly phrases. You can say, do you want to grab something to eat? Want to get a burger with me? Let's go for a quick meal.
I use grab something to eat all the time. It sounds relaxed, friendly, and very natural.
Paul, how do you usually invite your friends?
I say, hey, I'm hungry. Want to join me? It works every time.
Perfect. And when someone invites you, you can answer, sure, why not? Yes, I'd love to. Or maybe next time.
Learners, let's practice. Repeat after us. Do you want to grab something to eat? Great. Sure, why not? Amazing. Your English feels more alive already.
After eating, conversation often moves to a deeper topic, fast food versus home cooking. People love sharing their opinions.
Yes. Emily, what do you prefer, fast food or homemade meals?
I like both. Fast food when I'm busy, home cooking when I want something warm and healthy.
Same here. I love home cooking because it reminds me of my family. But when I'm tired, fast food feels like a small rescue.
Learners, here are some simple phrases to compare things. Fast food is quicker, but home cooking is healthier. I like fast food, but I prefer homemade meals. Fast food is tasty, but not always good for me.
And you can talk about comfort too. I love homemade soup. It feels comforting.
Yes, and conversations like these help you express personal feelings in English, which is an important skill.
Emily, do you have a favorite homemade dish?
I love warm noodle soup on rainy days. It feels like a hug in a bowl.
That sounds amazing. My favorite is my mom's roast chicken. Every bite tastes like childhood memories.
See, talking about food is talking about life. It's emotional, personal, and very real.
And that brings us to our next part, eating habits and health, how we balance fast food, home cooking, and how we feel after eating.
Yes, the gentle conversation about balance, routines, and taking care of our bodies. But we'll explore that fully on the next page. So, now we've talked about choosing food, ordering, paying, finding a seat, and even inviting a friend. But fast food also brings us to a deeper topic, our eating habits and health. Because after the last bite, we often feel something.
Yes, sometimes I feel happy and full. Sometimes
A little too full. You know that moment when you think, maybe I didn't need the extra fries.
Oh, I know that moment well. Learners, talking about health in English doesn't need big words. You can say, I'm trying to eat healthier. I don't eat fast food every day. I feel heavy after big meals.
Or even, I'm trying to balance fast food and home cooking. That word balance is so important. Not perfect, just balanced.
Exactly. No one eats perfectly all the time, and no one needs to. What matters is listening to your body. After a heavy meal, you might say, I need a walk. I need some water. I'll eat light tonight.
I usually say, I'm never eating again, and then I eat again 2 hours later.
Relatable. But learners, these simple sentences help you talk about daily choices. Nothing fancy, just real, honest English.
And that brings us to something bigger, confidence. Because learning English through small daily conversations like ordering food is one of the best ways to grow.
Yes, you don't need long speeches. You don't need perfect grammar. Every time you say, a burger please, your confidence rises just a little.
It's like a small seed. You plant it today, tomorrow it grows. One simple sentence at a time.
Fast food shops are actually wonderful practice places. The conversations are short, the environment is casual, and people are friendly. You can practice without pressure.
Emily, do you remember the first time I ordered food in another language? I was shaking. My voice cracked like old wood.
Yes, but you still ordered, and when the cashier understood you, your eyes lit up like you won a prize.
It felt like magic. And learners, that magic is waiting for you too. It begins with tiny moments, asking a question, making a request, saying thank you.
Yes, and even mistakes help you grow. When you say something wrong, your brain learns faster. Mistakes are not problems, they are teachers.
I love that. And here's something to remember. Real English lives in real moments, in shops, on buses, with friends, at the counter.
Beautifully said. And before we end, let's give our listeners a quick review. Repeat after us.
What do you recommend?
Can I get the combo?
For here or to go?
Excuse me, I ordered.
Sure, why not?
Great job. These small phrases open big doors.
Now let's offer a little vocabulary spotlight, short and sweet.
Crispy, meaning crunchy. Synonym is crunchy. Example, the fries are crispy today.
Balance, meaning to keep things equal. Synonym, mix. Example, I balance fast food and healthy meals.
Combo, meaning a meal set. Synonym, meal deal. Example, I'll take the combo, please.
Perfect. And now, let's bring this home with a soft, warm ending.
You're learning English every day, not only in books, not only in classrooms, but in the small moments of life, in the sound of a restaurant bell, in the warmth of fresh food, in the smile of a cashier who understands your words.
Every short conversation is a quiet victory. Even if you remember just one phrase today, you are already improving.
Yes, be patient with yourself. English grows slowly, like confidence, like courage, like a new habit.
So next time you order fast food, take a deep breath, smile, and speak. Your English is stronger than you think.
And your voice matters. Comment one phrase you'll use today, and don't forget to subscribe to Miss English channel. Warm stories and simple English are waiting for you every week.
You're doing great. Truly, one sentence today becomes a step toward the confident English speaker you're becoming.
Good night, everyone, and keep shining.